Yes, I know I owe you guys a fancy old man hat photo shoot, but first I want to get this out of my head. That's coming. I took some photos yesterday. I'm going to take the rest of them today because the way my time management is going on, I've just been. That doesn't matter. It's very different, baby, honestly. So, I was thinking about this because somebody just literally messaged me that about an elderly experience, and there's a reason why I have. And I kind of find this a little bit weird, which is why I stick towards the elderly, because it's not weird to have fixation over the elderly, but it's weird to have fixation over the kids. But there's lots of differences and lots of similarities and a lot of parallels with the elderly and the kids, where it's just like, wow, they're both gonna make me question my own reality. They're both gonna try to get poop on me. They're gonna both make me be like, what are we doing? Where are we doing? What the flip are we talking about? Who taught you this? And why are we doing this? So like, choose the elderly. It's a little bit simpler, a little bit easier, and I don't know, I think you get paid better taking care of the elderly than you do with the kids, and also dealing with the parents is a lot better because when they're old, parents don't really care as much because they were the kids, but when they're kids, parents care way more because they want to make sure that they're the biggest influence on the kids to brainwash them to be wherever the parents want them to be, assuming that they're the hands-on parents that give a shit, because there are also parents that don't give a shit. They're just like, whoo, great, little Timmy's gone, now we can again. Or, great, little Jonathan's gone, now we can be naked. Good, little Taquan's gone, now we can lay the down and get some good quality sleep. My word, these kids are annoying. Either flip way. So back to the point of the original spiel of there is a connection between the spiritual realm and the elderly and the kids, and us being in the middle age range, being told this, being told that, being brainwashed to believe and not believe. And it's just like, well, I don't even know, but they know, and the two of them know, and the third one we're just like, we're here until we're not. So I'm saying all that to just say this: when I was in the asylum last year in 2023, from like, I want to say something to something. It was definitely during the warmer months. I remember that because I was out kicking the soccer ball around. And what I did is, because I always do little experiments. Like, I believe that I have a scientific brain just because, like, it's too fucking weird not to be scientific. So back to the point. When I first got in there, I knew why I was in there. Sixth attempt, and they're looking at my records like, you have no violent attempts, you have no other suicide attempts, you have a very clean record. So what the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck are you here? And I told them, I'm a very honest person until I realize it doesn't matter what I say to you. It either goes in and out, or it goes drop down here, or goes all around here, or go all around here, never in here, or it's just like, this kid just doesn't. He just blah 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 blah. I don't know what he's talking about, but if we put him on this, and that, that's definitely gonna shut him up because this is. Yeah. And what absolutely irritated and annoyed me about it is the system that I was put into. At least I feel as if they only believe a one size fits all. Because I explained to the lady that I have an internal monologue now. Apparently that means I have a voice in my head. Yes, I do have a voice in my head, but I also have an internal monologue, which is different from the voice in my head. Because I can tell the difference between the voice in my head and some other voice trying to tell me to do something I probably shouldn't do, and or another voice warning me to do something, or another voice telling me a joke. I know it's just like, why'd they let you out? Because I'm not as crazy as most of the motherfuckers that are in there, as well as the people that are locked in the prisons, as well as those that are actually in politics right now. Because believe it or not, yeah, I'm a madman, but I have been always thrown onto my own madness and told to watch myself and act this and that. And I had enough people control me to the point where I was like, okay, thank you guys for managing me, but get the fuck out of my head. I can do this myself, assholes. Also, thank you for the training. And some of y'all could have done better about the fucking training. You didn't have to touch me that fucking much. Now, I own my own business. I'm minding my own business. But no, everybody else wants to get into my business, but not actually invest into my business. I'm not saying sex is going to help invest in my business. I'm just saying most of y'all just don't give a shit. You want to ask questions, but don't want to listen to answers. If the answers don't line up with what you believe is the correct answer, then I'm just spewing some bullshit. Now, I'm not. Just because you all aren't as educated as I am, just because I'm not as educated as you are, does not make me a lesser being than you. It's really what I do and how I control my energy field that should make me lesser being. As long as I'm not molesting, raping, kidnapping, forcing my negative thoughts and opinions on people, as long as I'm not actively and accidentally but intentionally, because there are some people that say, whoa, I didn't know I was, woo, like, you're telling me that math didn't math for you. Like, okay, so if you're speeding, it's slippery on the ground, and you know that you don't have the best stopping force, or you have bad traction, and you weren't thinking that it'd be a bad idea to speed when it's slippery, and you yourself know you have bad brakes, or you can't stop well, and you just You know what? For the population and the gene pool, we are going to figure out how to work with you. We're not going to lobotomize you, but we might take away your ability to reproduce. We will teach you as many hours as willing, so long as you're not out here trying to kill, molest, rape, and make things even worse for everybody else. But this isn't the perfect world that lives inside my head. We live in reality, and in reality, it's. We were going to take care of you, but you have a lot of money, you have a lot of connections, we can't even touch you half the time. We have to go through 17 people just to even talk to you, or we were going to take care of you, but you ain't got the money, and you are insufferable to be around. Like, I know I took a code, but nobody in here can fire me. Bitch, I own this place. I am the code. And I know it's like, wow, that's never happened before. Just because you ain't experienced it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Just because I didn't see a tree fall didn't mean it didn't fall. Just because I didn't see a baby get hit didn't mean the baby didn't get hit. Just because I wasn't there, it doesn't mean it's not true. But at the same time, I do realize some people love masquerading stories. And as somebody that can create a story out of thin air, I shouldn't believe people as easy as I do. But how I think of people is, you are your own best friend representative. If I've never met you before and you literally start off right off the bat lying to me, I know you ain't shit. Because, like, I am as honest as you will allow me to be. And I say it like that because I will tell you everything. And I've watched so many people's faces that go, what the fuck? You over here trauma dumping. No, I'm telling you all about myself. But, like, is this traumatic? Really? Motherfuckers always laughing at me and with me. What the fuck you mean it's traumatic? What? My parents didn't really touch me unless it was my mother, and it seemed like she was molesting me. It made me feel icky. My dad would always tell me I'm in pain and come up real close to me and be like, here, 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 here. So, like, it helped me a little bit with anatomy. Like, I didn't figure his touches were as weird as her touches just because, like, he was explaining pain. Hers was just, like, it was just randomly for some reason. It's like, why are these hugs a little bit too long for me? Like, why are you touching all of my butt and my butt? Why are you touching me there? That's how I felt when she did. Like, both things, I would say more or less did some sus touching, but at least his was like, if he's in pain, I know exactly where it is. It's back here. If he's in pain, I know it's right here. If he's in pain, I know it's right here. And it kind of helps me with, like, the muscle groups and stuff like that. I know this is the tricep, this is the hamstring, these are the quads, this is the delts, these are the obliques. But anatomy was later on in life. Either way. So it's just like, what I learned while being in the asylum is, when I was on the medications, kind of not sticking to them, but I did have to get out of there. But when I was doing my little scientific study, I would take them, spit them out somewhere, get rid of them because they don't fucking check it. And I would just die down my personality from what you guys have been seeing in the video, and I'd just be like, every time I saw somebody around, but when I was around other loonies like me, I would just be doom doom dee 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 dee. And I'd literally be sitting at the table with the guys and be like, dude, it's been like 4 or 5 days since I've been off these medications. And like, I've been told that they have seen a difference in me, not much. Like, it wasn't actually until I took my medications they actually voiced their concern. I've been telling them since the beginning that, like, I feel as if these medications don't help. I feel as if they don't listen. And that's all they kept saying is, we have these programs put into play. Everybody has to do this. Everybody spends their time. Some people have spent, you at least minimally have to spend 2 weeks in here. Some people have been in here for like 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days. You said minimum of 2 weeks. How the fuck? I hate when people say this and mean that. It's like, take everything, but don't take that, don't take that, don't take that. That's not what the fuck everything means. So I'm just like, so there is a way to get out, but like, clearly I'm coming from the mindset that I'm an orphan. The people that were taking care of me in rehab still technically speaking are in rehab. So it's like, for me to go home, like, I didn't even have anybody call for the 2 weeks. They're like, I could have put people on the list, but I'm just like, no, fuck that, no. And like, I didn't even know if I need like outside approval to leave. So I'm just like, the less people that know, the better that I feel, honestly, 100%. As well as the less things I know, the better that I feel. Because the more that I know, the more nihilistic and stoic I become. Because it's just like, I want to help everybody. But nobody's real, and nobody matters, and nothing matters. And all this is just going to be bullshit in 50 to 60 to 100 to 80 to 90, hell, even maybe in 10 minutes. I don't fucking know. But I'm going to try my best not to be an asshole. I'm going to always try to be on the right side of the history. But when his story is being told, is he even telling the right side of history? I don't fucking know. I just know the winners tell, and the winners don't always tell the truth. Well, I'm still here. I had to learn how to lose, because when I won all the time, I was just like, this shit got boring. That's why it doesn't excite me half the times. Like, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. But if I lose, I get more competitive. I'm like, I don't like losing, but I also hate winning all the time. It's boring. And it's like, what the fuck's the point of competing? That's just my madness for 10 minutes. Well, less.